guys, Talk625 here, and today we're going back to another video, and today's the second part of our new series that we made of trying to find what dimension these either X-Lord, Catalyst, Yonder 3D, or many more people came from. Now today our main focus is on my favorite skin for Season X and my favorite girl ever in Fortnite Battle Royale, Catalyst, the female drift from another dimension. Now, Catalyst is basically drift, just female, and has a different color scheme of not that much colors. And I just want to point out here that if there's leaked files on being a female drift, and I think that female drift is for the original dimension, and the female drift that we see in the battle pass from the other dimension. So that means that there's another male drift. So if that happens, then fantastic. I love it. So anyway, back to what we're talking about. So Catalyst is a very interesting skin because not many, like, the only skin that we ever see from another dimension in so far in season, like in the history of Fortnite, that has this kind of color scheme that wears a mask like this is my main skin, my main boy, my main guy, Drift. He's one of the only people in the whole Fortnite history that has a cat mask, and that has lightning, and that has basically that can travel through interdimensional time. Now she's the second one to that. So now today we're gonna just try and find what dimension she came from and see if I can get a good see if I'm right. So, let's turn up to her normal form, not her drift add-on form, but her actual form that she comes in the battle pass with. So if I pull it up right now, we see that, she has purple lightning, and her clothing is black. That's it. That's basically all there is to see here. Nothing that interesting. Now, I just want to say right now that in the, Season X Battle Pass, there's multiple references to Kevin and him returning, like a rap and a banner. So Kevin could return in season X. I have a video that I posted today as well, like earlier today, 12 minutes ago probably, about about Tilted happening in Tilted right now. So that leads me to believe that since she has purple lightning, everything, her clothing is black, and there's a lot of Kevin stuff in here, that she is from a dimension where Kevin still exists. Now, what dimension could that be from? Well, I honestly don't know. And there's also another guy that could be from the Kevin dimension, 3D Yonder. I'll post a video probably a couple days later talking about how he is from the exact same dimension as Catalyst. Because if we go from the history of season 6, once Kevin got destroyed, or the last loading screen of season 6 was actually Kevin with DJ Yonder having a party. And what else do we see in the season? We see a DJ Yonder, but from another dimension. So that leads me to believe that he is from the Catalyst dimension. But enough with Yonder 3R for now. So what I think is that she's from the Kevin dimension where Kevin is still alive somehow, and Kevin did not explode, not becoming unstable. Or she is from a dimension where Kevin used to exist, but same thing happened, he exploded and stuff like that. But before he exploded, the power of Kevin and the power of her normal drift powers in that dimension got fused with Kevin's lightning to make her clothing darker and her lightning purple. And now I want to just turn attention to her description, that is altered parodium. Sorry if I did not pronounce that correctly. Now, the reason why I hold back on this one is because, like, I did a lot of searching on Google and a lot of trustworthy sources about what is a paradigm, and I got something at least. So a paradigm, I think, from all the information I gathered and from images, is that a paradigm is something that an event leads to another event. So let's say that um I find something on the floor. I find like a chip on the floor. There's either well, right in front of me. There could be two or one possibility. There could be either three as well. So you're gonna go for the 3-1. There's three possibilities. A branch. The first branch possibility is I leave the chip and I go on my day. The second branch of possibility is I I take the chip home with me and I either eat it at home and face the consequences there. And the third one, it could be I eat the chip right there and I have a stomach ache later in the day because it was dirty or just left on the floor for too long or it was stale. God knows. So now what alter the paradigm means is that it means you alter the possibilities of a timeline. So Catalyst Catalyst has the power to alter a paradigm and and change how the events played out. So if we go from the actual storyline up to season 9, first of all, John Wick, blah blah blah. Then we have the rocket launch, the visitor got hot rocks, and the rocket went 0 point, created the rift in the sky. Drift, and Ragnarok, and all the guys from season 5 came into the Fortnite world. Everybody was happy. The Drift and the Bright Bomber, Rex, and Cuddle Team went on a road trip. They finally finished off with Bright Bomber and Drift watching a movie. Then also Kevin getting born around that kind of time where he's rolling around, placing brooms around the place. He finally ends up at Loot Lake where he turns Loot Lake into a bouncy house, basically. And then Kevin creates himself once again more powerful. That rises up the middle part of Loot Lake, that causes the middle house of Loot Lake, and Kevin to start moving around, gathering up the energy from every single ruined spot he had. Also finishing at Loot Lake, where he created a storm of nightmares. Where that was the Four Nightmares event came in, where Kevin was Kevin became much more unstable, exploded. Every player got teleported to the butterfly dimension. We finally meet the butterfly and came back. Everything's so sunny. Now the Ice King and the Fire King war from season 7 to season 8. Season 9, time fast forward, and now we're in the future. Season 10, we went back in time to season 7, season 4, where the meteor was about to crash. Now now if we take that paradigm right there, the timeline, Catalyst can just remove one event that can alter the whole system. So let's say that Catalyst goes back in time where Kevin was about to explode, and she changes it to make it where Kevin does not explode. That alters everything else. Where Kevin is still alive, the Ice King had probably took the pot. Oh, God knows. Okay, and remember, if Kevin did not explode in season 6, none of the orb anything would happen. So that means if Catalyst were to go back in time and just completely wipe all of that, we can have a whole new story. But Catalyst has the power to alter the paradigm of timelines, basically. And that's a great power. I don't even think Drift has that kind of power. But since a different dimension is from since Catalyst from different dimensions from this dimension, I guess Drift has the power to also alter the paradigm. I'm assuming he has the power to alter. But he decides not to use it, so I'm gonna say it like that. So here's my final conclusion of where um well where the catalyst came from. Um, like I did for X Lord, Catalyst finally came. Catalyst came from a dimension where her lightning was fused with Kevin's lightning. With the power of the cube, she could alter the paradigm of time because Kevin is also linked to time. With that, she's in a normal dimension where everything looks the same, but DJ Yonder is more of a fashionista, and Sparkle Supreme is the supreme queen of DJ of Yonder 3R. So she decides to use her power. So one day, a, a time rift opened somewhere on the dimension where Catalyst came from. Yonder 3R, Sparkle Supreme, and Catalyst came to our dimension, and with that, Catalyst now has the power. Catalyst now has to make the decision to alter the paradigm, also known as altering the timeline, to take everything back in order. So now, that was my thing on how to tackle um, Catalyst. Catalyst, I think, is also one of the unknown characters um, from forever, because the only actual unknown characters are right before was the Visitor and Drift. Since we don't know that much about Drift, and we don't know that much about Catalyst now, and the Visitor, he could be from the Barful dimension. Go check out my video how I did earlier today about that. So yeah, that's my saying on how Catalyst came to be in our dimension and how her powers and how she can alter the paradigm. So if you guys enjoyed, smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you guys on the battlefield.